Hello and welcome. Today we will talk about manhwas where the overpowered main character is reborn. I know we all love these kinds of manhwas, so let's start. On number 10 we have Life Burns for Vengeance. It is also known as Emperor of Nine Suns. Lu Xuan, a mad ruler of the five emperors, was killed in a sneak attack by his friend Zhuo Yang Emperor. After exhausting everything in defeating the Wall Demon Emperor, who is also known as the world's #1 expert. Although things have changed 300 years after his rebirth, his hatred has not disappeared. Let's see how Lu Xuan, who has been reborn, rises again to stir up a storm and dominate the world. It has a lot of chapters, but for some people it might be a bit boring because we don't like these types of cliche manhwas much. But I still included it in the list because all my viewers, the Immortal Realm family, has already read all the popular manhwas. On number 9, we have the Supreme Reincarnated. The Emperor of Thunder, Chen Li, failed in his ascension, and as fate would have it, he reincarnated back to his teenage days when his family had not been destroyed and his parents had not died tragically. Chen Li is determined to make up for his regrets. With the help of the memories of his past life, Chen Li, with his enormous talents, embarks on his ultimate journey to become invincible, to protect his family, to crush his enemies, and attain all the treasures in the world. When he is drunk, he is surrounded by pretty women. Well, that's a necessary thing for a Chinese manhwa. When he is sober, he is the invincible supreme with the power to control the world. That is also expected as he is the main character. I will simply say that if you don't have anything to read and if you have a lot of spare time, then you can go for it. On number 8, we have Duke Pendragon. This is a new manhwa and it is also known as White Dragon Duke Pendragon. Born as the successor of a low-ranking noble household, Raven Varte wears the sin of plotting a rebellion against the empire. To be granted amnesty, he was sent to fight demons alongside the worst cop of the empire, the Demon Cop. And let me tell you, our main character was totally innocent, but because of his innocence, he was framed. The Demon Cop. Most say that it is a place where most won't survive even for a year, but Raven somehow managed to survive for 10 years. When his amnesty was in front of his eyes, on his last battlefield, he met the successor of the Pendragon Duke household, Alan Pendragon. But the next moment he realized he already died. And when he opens his eyes, he realizes that he is in the body of Alan Pendragon, the person he last saw before he died. Number 7 on our list is the S classes that I raised. An F rank hunter, that too a useless, pathetic F rank Hyung who dragged down his amazing S rank brother. To me, who had half-heartedly lived a disastrous life that ended up devouring my brother's life and making me regress. The art of this manhwa is good and the characters are portrayed well. Our main character has been weak all his life, but receives a skill after the time regression that allows him to nurture other players, and the stronger the players he nurtures, then the stronger he gets. That is basically what the story is all about. The art is good and the story is also very interesting, so I think you should definitely read it. Number 6 on our list is EGRETTE. It also has another name and that is EGRETTE. Well, it is quite underrated and most people might not have read it because there is actually very less, or you can say no, action in this manhwa. It is quite a wholesome manhwa. EGRETTE, a great sage that knows how to use all 4 elements, woke up in the body of Prince Judas Lubergen. Now, I don't want to give up living with people. This manhwa is not for those guys who loves too much action or who believe our main character to be a fighting maniac. Instead, our main character here is just a pacifist. Number 5 on our list is Return of the Shattered Constellation. A lowly human who ascended to the position of a god, Twilight of the Gods. After becoming infamous as an unpleasant god, he lost his constellation, belief, divine authority, and everything. His holiness was cut off and his holy power disappeared. I would like you to work with me. That is, when the master of the netherworld, Thanatos, offered his hand. After grabbing Thanatos' hand twilight of the gods, decided to live again as the player Lee Changxion to get back at the gods that threw him down to hell. The art is god tier and the story is also very amazing, so make sure to read it. Number 4 on our list is The Previous Life MURIM Rancor. The strongest guild, Griffin, SSS Rancor Gang Teiha challenges them alone, but he meets his death after a fierce battle. However, when he wakes up, he realizes that he is reincarnated into the body of a fat guy, and he also realizes that he is in the world of MURIM, and he is Yu Shin-un, the ruffian of BAEK clan, a chaotic situation with no time to rest in the midst of an incoming death. You guys have no idea who he is. Necromancy from former life, martial arts from current life. He who wields both powers now shakes the destiny of the martial world. So we have got a super overpowered main character as well as a decent plot and very good art. Our main character is smart, a bit arrogant sometimes, but he is just too overpowered. Number 3 on our list is The Story of Thorny Spear. This is by far one of the best manhwas that released in 2021. This is a beautiful fantasy romance action manhwa. Sangun, the owner of the mountain, who was reborn as a tiger and became a spiritual creature. A girl visits Sangun, who lived in peace, and says she will serve him. Sangun tries to drive her out, but she has nowhere to go back. Sangun finally decided to take back the girl, and there are countless threats to him. This is a beautiful story. You can say that this story is quite unique. You will see a huge character development in our main character. The more the story progresses, the more our main character's heart changes. At the start, he thinks the girl as just some kind of nuisance, but after a few chapters, you will see that he starts liking the girl and he always thinks of protecting her. Number 2 on our list is One Hit Teacher Master BAEK. Our main character was overpowered in his previous life, but after he is reincarnated into the body of a very weak and pathetic guy. But as the story progresses, you will see how our main character, even though his body condition is bad, still uses his martial arts to destroy the enemies. The art of this manhwa is very good, the story is also unique and good, and the plot is also decent. So overall, it is a very good manhwa. I think you should all read it. Number 1 on our list is Leveling with the Gods. This manhwa is quite similar to Second Life Rancor Kim Yoo-won, who is our main character here. He became stronger, faster than anyone else, but he lost. In the end, there was only despair for him. In his last moments, he was given another chance. Through the sacrifice of his comrade, his fate has not been sealed yet. Returning back to the past, he attempts to climb the tower again with his unmatched talent to fight the ancient evils that threatens to destroy the tower. In the past, our main character was overpowered. In the present, he is even more overpowered. And who knows how overpowered he will be in the future. The art is very good. The story has a cool concept and is very good. And the plot pacing is also good. That's all for today's video. Well, what type of manhwas do you like the most? Please comment down below and inform me so that I can make a video on it. Have a very beautiful day.